Hi everyone! Welcome to my last process video for Inktober. It's the home stretch, baby! Today is day 29 and the theme is shoes. For this prompt, I wanted to do some chunky tennis shoes, a trend I find super cute but would never attempt to pull off. I found a reference photo on Pinterest and whipped up this sketch in the morning. After I sketched it out, I took a minute to appreciate the anatomy because it was looking pretty squared away. I think by now I can say that this Inktober was a good practice in anatomy for me because I drew multiple full body drawings, which is something I don't usually tackle in an average watercolor painting. For this piece, I thought the bucket hat was a nice touch as well, another trend I love but wouldn't probably partake in. As you can see, when it comes to fashion, I choose to live vicariously through my artwork. Like most days, I used my Unipin 0.1 fine liner to do the details of the face, arms, and hands. Then I went in with my favorite new inking combo, a fountain pen from Stationery Pal filled with Noodler's black waterproof fountain pen ink for everything else. I only very recently became interested in fountain pens, and they really surprised me with how much I enjoy drawing with them. It has definitely been a highlight of this Inktober, even considering the pen leak incident of day 25. I added these two plant-like things on either side of the figure to add a bit of interest. I was kind of going for like giant flowers or leaves, but at some point they kind of started to look like crystals or something, so I don't know what they look like they are other than an abstract element, but even though they're pretty simple, I think that they were a good addition. Overall, this drawing ended up being one of my favorites for the month. I think the outfit is just super cute and the pose. And I topped it off with an all-black background, which, if you've seen any of my Inktober drawings from last year, was kind of a signature of mine. Although last year I don't think I always pulled it off right, but in this drawing I think it worked out pretty well. For day 30, the prompt was ominous. I didn't really know what to do for this day, though I had a vague idea to draw a shark swimming near a person or something. But this day was my mom's birthday, so I spent most of the day with her, which I loved, and I didn't put too much worry or thought behind the Inktober drawing for the day. The night before, my mom had told me a story about her birthday that I'd never heard before. She said when she was a little girl, her grandpa used to tease her by saying, "I don't remember. When's your birthday? The day before Christmas?" "No, Grandpa." "The night before Easter?" "No, Grandpa." "The night before Thanksgiving?" "No, Grandpa." Until finally he would say, "Okay, I give up. When's your birthday?" And she said, "The night before the witches come out." I always love hearing my parents talk about their childhoods, especially when I can learn more about who they are and about our relatives. And this story really stuck with me. I just thought it was so cute to get a glimpse of how my mom was as a little kid and a piece of her grandfather's personality. So at some point in the afternoon, the idea came to me. I would draw a witch inspired by her story because it could totally work for the prompt. Even more so, the little phrase my mom used to say, "The night before the witches come out," definitely works with the theme of ominous, especially because the prompt was the day before Halloween. As an added bonus, I decided to give the drawing to my mom for her birthday. The drawing was definitely one of the most simple ones I've done for Inktober, but I think it's my favorite. The witch is really cute, not too scary. I love her long hair and the sweet flowers on her hat. But the added detail of the witch hat covering her face certainly added to the prompt of ominous. In the end, I wrote my mom's quote on the drawing and presented it to her in the evening. Now, I'm very lucky. My parents are really invested in my Inktober experience. They know how much it means to me and how much I enjoy it, so every day they'll ask what the prompt is and get so excited to see whatever I came up with. So when I told my mom I was done for the day's drawing and that it was a gift for her, and she saw that it was a dedication to the sweet interaction she used to have with her grandpa, she was so touched and even teared up. She said she'd always wanted a sign or something that said this quote, and that this was perfect. All of this is why this simple little witch drawing is by far my favorite I've done for Inktober. Oh my goodness, it's day 31, the final day of Inktober. We made it! The very last prompt was crawl. This was a challenging one, a verb for a prompt. I'm not much one for action shots, so I wasn't likely to draw a person or an animal actually crawling. But I think a pretty universal association with the word crawl is a spider. A creepy, crawly spider. So of course I had to draw a cute girl, because I always do, holding a big spider. I sketched this drawing out early in the day, but my sisters came to social distance for my mom's birthday. So I spent most of the day cooking for and hanging out with my family, which is always so fun, especially considering the very limited social interaction we all get these days. So I did most of this drawing pretty late that night. I do really like how this spider turned out, but the drawing itself was kind of just alright. The best part of it all was that it was the last day. This is my second year completing Inktober and my first time actually finishing every drawing on time. It really feels like such a fun accomplishment. And who knows, when the world gets back to normal, if I'll even have this much free time to complete all 31 drawings again. So I was definitely happy to have done it. It was also my first time filming, editing, and posting videos of every process for the whole month. And even though it's been a good amount of work, I've enjoyed it a lot. It has given me a sense of purpose and something productive to focus on in a time that's pretty stressful, a time where many of us feel pretty lost. Because of this, I'm a little sad for Inktober to be over. It's been such a welcome escape for me. And I've learned a lot in the process. Of course, I also love seeing how other artists are participating. Like I've said before, Inktober is this beautiful and challenging experience that connects so many artists all over the world. For this last drawing, my favorite part was that last minute spider web that I drew in the background. I cannot stress enough how much I enjoy drawing with a white gel pen. It's just so satisfying. Anyway, that's it for Inktober. I really can't thank you enough for joining in my experience, the ups and downs of the month, and for watching my videos. It really means so much to me. Next, I'll do a tour of all 31 drawings just to wrap it all up, and then I'll be back in the world of watercolors. I actually have a pile of unopened art supplies that I can't wait to unbox and test out, so stay tuned for that. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you very soon.